starts the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show, featuring Dan Harsha and Dan Allman. This week's show, we're highlighting the latest in music, life, and culture.
Things with different eyes.
Yo, this is Dan Harsha, and this is the Guitar Gurus, and with me always is...
Dan Allman here.
How you doing tonight, bud?
Fired up, buddy. How are you?
Man, I'm fired up too, dude. It's episode 25.
25?
Right. That's right, dude.
Woo.
How do you feel about that?
It blows me away, man.
Right.
To think we've done this 25 consecutive weeks, really.
Yeah, man. That's cool.
That's unheard of around here.
In these parts of the waters, that's correct.
Yeah, that is correct.
Because we swim with some sharks in Southern Maryland, man. There's a bunch of guys out there.
Yeah, there is, but, you know, everybody does their own thing. We do our thing.
I know, it's cool. That's
So-
what I like. Everybody's got respect for their territory.
That's right. Well, congratulations on episode 25.
That's right, man. Yeah, congratulations to you too, man. Let's talk about last week's show, because last week's show was cool.
It was very cool.
We had some drama, you know. It was crazy. So,
Yeah.
So we had Higgy on. Higgy did his beat. Higgy on the beat.
Yep.
Sean in 60 seconds. He came on and he was great as usual. And then we had our buddy Justin Hearsey from over the Eastern Shore.
Yeah.
Talk about a pro interview, man.
I'm telling you, I've listened to that interview a couple times over the last few days. I don't, you know, I don't sit here and pick like, oh, that was the favorite. I had this, but I'm gonna say that was definitely one of the most enjoyable interviews that I've done on or had on this show.
Yeah.
He's so real, down to earth, tells it like it is, doesn't hold any punches,
Right.
full of knowledge. He's a grinder. He works hard.
Right.
So I'm, you know, Justin, thank you for that. I want to, you know, just throw that out there.
Yeah, he was a real pro, man.
Real pro.
I mean, it was perfect. I mean, that's why he's in radio.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was bound to be like that. But my hat's off to him. I can't wait to check his band out, Leaf the Cricket. They're coming. It's going to be at Ape Hangers. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm going. I got to check them out. They're cool.
Oh, yeah. Got to pop in there, man.
Right. And then the drama of the night is our buddy Jesse out in Denver had an issue where he had to take his mom to the ER.
Right.
So he had to reschedule, and he's going to be on next week.
Yeah, that's great.
So he's
And-
coming back on. It's cool. It'll be awesome.
And today's his birthday, so
Yeah, so happy birthday,
happy
Jesse.
birthday. You know, when you hear this, it's 2 days ago, but happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah,
So,
man. It's cool.
Can't wait to get him on. And well, we want to thank our good friend for
Vin.
coming in a pinch to fill in, Vinny Barbarino.
That's right.
Yeah.
Vinny stepped up. He was in travel to Bike Week in Panama City.
Yeah,
He took some
so he kind of had some time.
Yeah, he took some time out, and you know, I listened back to him talk. I said, "Dude, that was a total guy conversation."
Yeah.
we talked about gas mileage, interstate travel by vehicle.
How far are you getting pulling that trailer? Oh, we're doing all right. We're getting 27 miles to the gallon. You know.
Yeah. So I listened back. I'm like, dude, that guy talk right there. Only us would be impressed by that. No one else cares.
It's fun though.
Oh, yeah.
We don't do that too often, so that was great.
Yeah, that's what we call. Ooh,
Oh, double popper.
yeah, Ollie's, man.
We're getting this show started off right thanks to Ollie's.
That's right, man. Oh, check this out. So, Mortal Kombat 11 is out. People need to get practicing.
I'm telling you,
I'm tearing it up. I'm practicing. I'm
What-
putting in the work.
whatever you're about to say about it, this is when everybody's ears perked up just now when you mentioned it. Because they are out there waiting patiently for that day when everything goes to town.
That's right.
So you're giving them the, you better be on your game.
Yep. So here's the details so far. It's going to be in July.
Ooh.
It's going to be at Ollie's, and it's signed up. Definitely going to happen. It's going to be on a Wednesday.
Nice.
Don't know what Wednesday yet, but it's going to be on a Wednesday in July. So be on the lookout for details. More coming soon. The Ollie's couldn't be more happier to have it. It's going to be cool.
That's a perfect place to have it, man.
Yeah. So And then we're going to get registration and the whole 9 yards. So it's going to be some work to do, but I got it. No worries. It's going to be awesome.
All right, fools.
That's right.
You got less than 2 months to get
practicing.
Get practicing.
Because I'm playing. So I'm down with it. And if anybody wants to play online with me, let me know. Hit me up.
Yeah, Dan Harsh is in the tournament. He's in. He's ready to kick some asses.
I think you're just going to have to call the tournament.
I think I'm just going to MC this mother.
Yeah, I think that's how it's going to have to go down.
I'm going to drink beer, MC it. You might get me in for a complimentary game where I get my ass kicked or something.
Yeah. You could be the punching bag.
Yeah, I'll be the heel. I'll punch him back. Yeah.
Yeah. People can warm up.
Man, we're excited about this at Ollie's. What a great venue for this tournament. And I already know some of you are salivating, ready to get it on.
That's right, man.
It's going to be a Gurus hosted event.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So you better mark your days down now. It's going to be a Wednesday in July.
That's right.
We'll come up with a date in a couple weeks. So be on the lookout. We'll dribble out details.
Ooh.
So it'll be cool.
Sweet.
But hey, this week's show, episode 25. Let's give a roster rundown of guests tonight.
Ready, man.
So for our standard guests that come on every week, we got David Higgins, Higgy on the beat. Going to be powered by the Ollie Bar and Grill soundstage phone system very shortly. Then we'll get Sean Kirkpatrick on for Sean in 60 seconds. He's ready and ramped up to talk to us. It's going to be fun. And then for our featured guest this week, the two featured guests this week, it's going to be Teddi Custer. He's a local musician and poet. We're going to play his poem, The Bridge, before we get him on the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system. We're going to play that audio, let people hear his poem, because it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a really awesome poem. It's called The Bridge. And I highly, when I watched that video, when I saw him do that, I instantly sent him a message that said, Teddi, you got to come on the show.
Yeah.
And I hooked it up. So couldn't be happier to have him on tonight.
It was moving.
Oh, it was cool. All right, and then to finish up episode 25, we're going to get Scott Schuler of the 81 Run coming on.
There you go.
We're going to talk to him about what's going on in his world. It's going to be real cool.
Yeah, those guys are busy.
They are.
So that's going to be great. What a great show we've got tonight.
That's right, man. I'm excited, dude. So, hey, man, without further ado, we've been rambling on enough. Let's get the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system cranking, and we'll get Higgy on the beat going. What do you think?
I'm ready, man.
Soothing tones.
Soothing tones. David Higgins. Higgy on the beat. Southern Maryland Chronicle. Check them out online.
Here we go. It's ringing.
This is Higgy. What's jamming?
Hey, Higgy, it's Dan. You're on the air, man. I'm in the studio. I got your mic hot. Dan Albin's with me. Dan Albin, say hi to Higgy.
Good evening, Higgy. How are you, brother?
Not bad. How you doing, Mr. Albin?
Good, man. Another great week getting to talking to you, man. I love it.
Yes, it is.
So, Higgy, man, what's happening in your world? Let's take the cruise around Southern Maryland. What's going on? What's on the beat?
All right, good evening, Southern Maryland. I'm Dave Higgins for Higgy on the Beat, coming to you live from the Southern Maryland Chronicle newsroom. Coming up this weekend, we'll be slightly overcast with a chance of showers all weekend. Highs will be in the low 70s, lows will be in the upper 50s. And we're sailing right into the second week of May, and the local music scene couldn't get hotter. Here's your 10-ounce, 12-pack sampler of what's on tap this weekend. Friday, head over to Dockside and Deal. You'll see Hydra FX. At the Cow Thai restaurant, LaPlata, Funkzilla gets unplugged. At Toots in Hollywood, you've got Vintage Voodoo, which is formerly known as Legal Action. And later that day, Chip Wood Band takes the stage at ABC Liquors and Lounge in LP. On Saturday, head over to Running Hare Vineyard in Prince Frederick, where you can see Josh Earhart and his musical musics. Saturday afternoon at the Hollywood Seafood Oyster Fest at Greenwell State Park, you can see Taboo. That evening at the Hotel Charles, very big show, Last Remains Hammer of Gods brings you 70 eras vintage rock.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then two big shows in the area that night. You got Philip Parsons at Last Drop in Hollywood and By Felicia bringing a party to Charles County at Port Tobacco Marina. Both of those shows are always great times.
That's awesome, man.
So, and for your Sunday fun day, head back over to the Running Hare Vineyard, grab a glass of wine, and sit with Run Catch Rain.
Okay.
Check out Dominic Fragment at the Pier in Solomons, or head down to Last Drop in Hollywood and see Work in Progress, the acoustic set. And that's your 10-ounce 12-pack sampler for the weekend. Be sure to check out the entire local music schedule when it's released on Thursdays at 5 on southernmarylandchronicle.com.
That's real cool.
Great
man.
rundown, man.
Dude.
Once again, we're stuck having to, like, what do we do? What do we choose? There's just too many options.
So hey, Higgy, it's episode 25 tonight, man. And as you're reading down the band list for this weekend, I go, okay, previous guest, Man, it's just really cool to see all this stuff, and then I see bands. I go, okay, I got to book them now. Now. So, dude, I really thank you for coming on every week and doing this with us,
man.
Man,
this is great.
Yeah,
this is great for everybody, man. So, dude, the music scene's insane. You're reporting on it. It's top notch. But let's check out what else is going on in the news around here. What else is kicking? What do you got there?
All right, this past week in Southern Maryland, a lucky Charles County worker went into the store to grab a Gatorade, decided to grab a scratch off. Next thing he knows, he's $100,000 richer.
Yeah.
He says he rarely buys these things, and he usually only plays them when someone buys them for him, such as a gift.
Right.
He said he has to read the directions because he rarely buys these things.
Right.
So, earlier this past week, some news out of St. Mary's County Public Schools.
Okay.
A former employee at the White Marsh Elementary School in the 1970s has been charged with multiple sex offenses against students.
Oh, wow.
We haven't been told all the details on how many students, what grades they were in. The school was notified of this in September of 2018. Sheriff's Department got involved, investigation. Theodore Bell, age 73, of Glen Burnie. He was a teacher there between 72 and 75. Like I said, we don't know too much about the substance of these allegations, how many children were involved. The release, though, does state that they believe that this did not happen on school property.
Okay.
So this is something that's going to be ongoing for a while. Early this week, Governor Hogan, who is also the chairman of the Chesapeake Executive Council, announced that the 2019 blue crab winter dredge showed that the bay-wide blue crab population increased by 60% over last year. So they're saying, roughly based off this survey, about 29% gain over last year of the adult female population, and about a 38% increase over the male population. They're saying the mild winter had a lot to do with this and helped with the wintering survival rates. Excuse me.
Yep.
And then this week, the Southern Maryland Agricultural Commission selected St. Mary's County's proposal to build the Regional Agricultural Center. This agricultural center is going to be a state-of-the-art meat processing facility, as well as training and kitchen facilities for food entrepreneurs to learn to produce value-based foods using local products.
Okay.
The plan is going to locate the processing facility less than a mile from the newly planned North County Farmers Market in St. Mary's County. These two sites are going to be about a mile apart, and it's going to allow for frequent meat deliveries to the farmers market, as well as featuring of the region's fresh produce and value-added products, including those meats. So a few different things going on in the region, with the bay, with the agriculture, and then someone winning $100,000.
Right.
100 grand.
Yeah, you might actually get a bushel of crabs for that $100,000.
That's cool, man.
I think he dropped his phone.
The newsroom is going crazy at the Chronicle right now.
Yes, we are.
What else you got for us?
All right, if you're not looking to get out to some music this weekend, there are a few big events happening in Southern Maryland. At the Charles County Fairgrounds, you have the Charles County Wine and Food Festival. You'll be able to hang out with a lot of great wine enthusiasts, taste hundreds of different varieties, purchase souvenir glasses, enjoy food, art and craft vendors, some live music, and there's a paint and sip event also for an additional fee. In St. Mary's County, as I stated earlier with Taboo, you have the Hollywood Oyster and Seafood Festival. That's going to be at the Greenwell State Park in Hollywood, Maryland. It's going to bring out some of Maryland's best breweries, wineries, and distilleries all into one event, along with your seafood and oysters.
Wow.
If you're looking to travel a little bit more up the road, you can head to Joint Base Andrews, where they'll be having their air show this weekend. Featured will be the Air Force Thunderbirds and the Navy Blue Angels. The show kicks off Friday with the full program for only DoD card holders. It is open to the general public on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
There is free public parking available at FedEx Field with the shuttles. Now, if you can't make it to see the Thunderbirds and the Blue Angels this weekend, they will be at Ocean City for the Ocean City Air Show in June.
Ooh.
And the last thing we have is the Spring Awakening Festival at the Port of Leonardtown Winery. You have the Breton Bay Brewing Company and Southern Trail Distillery, along with local food, craft, and retail vendors. Tons of food, tons of music, great stuff all day long. And that's a few events for you if you're not looking for like just straight live music this weekend.
Okay.
Right. All right.
All right, and your Southern Maryland sports. Our beloved Southern Maryland Blue Crabs still sit in last place at 3-6 on a 2-game winning streak. The Blue Crabs will be playing the New Britain Bees Friday night. A little bit further up the road, the Bowie Bay Sox, looking to start their year at any time. They're still sitting in last place at 8-23 with a 1-game winning streak. The Bay Sox will be playing the Richmond Flying Squirrels in Richmond Saturday. And I've got one here for you, Mr. Dan.
What's up?
Redskins, Josh Doxson, declined the 5th year. Give me your thoughts on this.
Yeah, if you can't catch the ball, you can't be on the team.
Are you sure that's a requirement for the Redskins?
Of years past, who knows? But now, yes. I mean, dude, it just hasn't worked out for him, man. It's not good, man. The team needs to move on, and maybe he'll light it up this year. Who knows? But I don't expect it. So.
But, with our luck, he goes to a different team and becomes, phenomenal.
All right. Well, that's usually what happens.
Yeah.
That's what happens every time.
Right. Yeah. Damn. Oh, well. We'll see what else happens. All right, man. But good call.
All right. The rest of the weekend in this for the NFL for the rest of the NFL this week is the post-draft optional rookie minicamp for all teams. Over in the NHL, Capitals are done, but Ovechkin is playing with the Russian national team right now. And as of earlier this week, he scored a point in their last game and becomes only the 5th Russian player to score 100 points in an international game.
Wow.
He's a machine.
International play.
The guy's a machine.
He's an animal.
The Russian machine never
I don't know how you
breaks
stop
down.
him.
Yeah, man. I can't wait for hockey season to start back up, for real.
I mean, it's exciting times to be alive.
I think it starts back up in 3 months.
Yeah,
it won't be long.
They're back in October.
But how lucky are we that we're right now watching him still play? A future great like that. It's great.
Hey, he didn't even take a break from the end of the Cap series. He was on a plane the next day and playing 2 days later.
Wow.
I love it.
That's how you got to work. You got to work hard like that.
Wow. All right, over in the MLB, the Baltimore Orioles are faring no better than their minor league affiliate, also keeping the cellar warm at 13-22. They are 4-6 over the last 10. The O's will play the Angels in a 3-game series at Oriole Park this weekend. In the National League, the Bryce Harperless Nationals are 14-24, 3-7 in their last 10. The Nats are going to be traveling to LA this week to play the Dodgers in a 4-game series starting on Thursday. Yeah. And that is your Southern Maryland news for this week.
Dude.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, that's some great job this week, Higgy, with all this info. But I don't think the Nationals are going to fare too well on this trip out west, man.
I'm not sure they're going to fare too well all year.
Yeah, that's what we were getting at. I think.
It just kind of seems like they seem to hold it for a minute, and then 7th inning, everything falls apart.
Yeah. This is what I'll say. It's getting late early.
Yeah.
And that's right.
That's a hell of a hole to dig out of, man. Already.
Right. So, hey, Higgy, tell everybody how they can get a hold of you if they got a tip or something if they need to get to you.
All right. Don't forget to send us your tips of what's going on in your community. Tips at southernmarylandchronicle.com. That's a weekly wrap on your news. As always, follow the Chronicle on Facebook at facebook.com SOMD Chronicle or southernmarylandchronicle.com for all your local, state, regional news, weather, and sports. And I will see you guys next week.
All right, Higgy. Thanks, man.
All right, guys.
See ya. Bye.
See ya.
That's Higgy on the beat, brother.
Higgy on the beat. Southern Maryland Chronicle, man. Check him out.
Yeah, he does it, man. That guy's phenomenal with the information.
Yeah, he packed a lot in here tonight
Yeah.
in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, he's on point, man.
Yeah.
It's great having him as an asset to the show.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, every week we get the fresh news that we need to know about.
Right.
And seeing all those bands coming to playing, man, that's really cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah, man. Previous show guest right there.
Yeah. That was your 10-ounce 12-pack sampler.
That was, man.
Yeah, it's hard to decide what to do, man.
Right about that.
But, yeah.
That's cool. Well, dude, what do you want to do? You want to get Sean on the phone real quick?
Yeah, we don't want to hold him up, man.
Yeah.
I know he's got things to do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were blowing us up last week with that other thing.
Yeah, and, you know.
Yeah. So it's time for Sean in 60 seconds.
Sean in 60 seconds. Get ready. I hope he answers the phone this time.
He'll answer the phone because it's the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system.
I know. He had, you know.
Here we go, dude. We're going to dial Sean in. Come on, Sean. Let the phone energy crank and get connected.
Oh, hi.
Oh, Sean, it's Dan from the Guitar Gurus. You want to go on the air, buddy?
But of course.
All right, man. I got your mic hot. You're in the studio with us. Dan Alden, say hi to Sean.
Sean.
What's going on, Dan?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Hey, good. Did you see me at your show the other night?
I did not.
That's because I
What?
didn't make it.
Oh.
I'm sorry,
That's
man.
all right. That's
I
all right.
wanted
We
to
had a good time without
apologize.
you.
I didn't get done with dinner till 10 o'clock, and then I stopped by the house, which is a death curse.
Right. Yeah. I mean, then you get comfortable, right?
Oh yeah, exactly.
The story of being over 40.
Oh yeah, damn near 50. So good show, man. I
Appreciate it.
I bet it was
Yeah. No, we had a good time. It was awesome.
great, man.
So I know you're excited to come on tonight. We've been talking on text all day. So man, I'll let you jump right into it. What's going on in your world, man? What do you want to share with us?
All right. Well, I figured we go ahead and just enter the rabbit hole at this point. So when I was 14, I got kind of a weird stint of an obsession where I was obsessed with the Illuminati.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out what that whole situation was, and that amongst many other different types of conspiracy theories, I was just going into some crazy shit. Eventually, I ended up downloading a Tor browser, which is used to go on the deep web.
Oh wow!
And
I've
I
heard
spent
of that
some time
place,
on there
man. Yeah.
on what's called the Intel Exchange. And it's basically a Mozilla Firefox extension that you use to route through multiple different nodes around the world, which masks your IP address, and then you use crazy weird codes and a hidden wiki in order to get to all these different places. I mean, that's where you find the black market and the Silk Road and stuff like that. So it's some pretty sketchy stuff.
All right.
Um,
All right. So what does it got to do?
So I
with
was
what you're
on there
talking
and I
about?
was looking into Illuminati and stuff like that, and I found out that it's more of a general term. It's not like a real cult, like under the one name Illuminati. From what I can understand, it's just a general term for elitist groups like the Skull and Bones and the Freemasons and stuff like that.
I got you.
But they believed in basically that they were all enlightened. And one thing I found on there was they use what's called Kundalini meditation, which translates to the coiled one, which is a reference to a coiled up form of energy that sits at the base of the spine. And you use the different chakras, 7 different chakras, to unlock that enlightenment and connect your mind and body together. Now, the crazy part I found out after looking into more of that kind of stuff was that every chakra is associated with a certain sound frequency. So,
All right.
music.
I see where this is going.
Gotcha.
Right, so I'll just go through basically what they are. The root chakra, which is the lowest base one, is colored red, and is based around security, grounding, guilt, sexuality, and survival, and that resonates around 396 hertz.
Okay.
The second one is the sacral chakra, which is orange, which bases around emotions, boundaries, addiction, and trust, which run around 417 hertz is the note for that one. And the list goes on. I mean, if you really get into it, you can actually use these to meditate. And after I found out about this stuff, I went back onto the regular internet and on YouTube and stuff like that and found a guided meditation, which was a little 30-minute clip where they use these different sound frequencies to help you initiate sort of lucid state, where you can meditate and clear your mind and potentially gain enlightenment. Well, 4 hours later, I came out of this meditation state, and my world started changing after that. And that was when I started my band, They Rode Horses, and started working on music with my dad more and doing a bunch of other crazy stuff. And it's just like this positive aura that kind of has resonated since then. And it's some just weird coincidences that I can't really ignore. So I figured that would be a really cool thing to talk about.
Yeah, and I don't think they're coincidences so much as it's there's a lot of signs that you're on the right path. Once you find these these frequencies and this enlightenment, there's things that show you're on the right path. We may dismiss them as coincidences, but they're not. They're not.
Right. But I mean, from a scientific standpoint, you can only say so much,
Yeah, that's true.
Like if I was an actual scientist, I wouldn't talk about any of this stuff, because in the scientific community, it is sort of pseudo-scientific.
Well,
but I mean, they have spent decades studying this stuff. I mean, they do have plenty of research into it, just not very conclusive evidence.
Right.
So, did you lose track of time? Do you remember what you thought about, or were you just totally a blank state of affairs?
It was, well, the guided meditation kind of takes you, it walks you through a conscious dream state, in a sense. It tells you to envision yourself in this green meadow or whatever, or just like you're surrounded by this one color, and then you see a ladder and you climb up the ladder, and you keep on climbing, and they start counting, and you do a bunch of breathing exercises that they guide you throughout the process, and then eventually it ends and there's nothing there anymore, but you're still floating around. And at that point, I all I remember was just the light beams basically just pulsing, just pulsing down with my breath, and it wasn't so much like stuff that you can describe as much as it is just something you experience.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's real cool. Something to think about for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever have any hiccups or roadblocks or writer's block or anything like that, I mean, meditating really does help. Kind of helps open up those pathways. Like the throat chakra is the third to last chakra, and that is based around communication, creativity, and imagination and stuff like that. So the farther up the chakra ladder you go personally, the more you're able to express yourself as the way you want to.
I got you. That's cool. What else is happening though? You got me
man, I didn't even check to see what gigs I had this weekend.
Yeah, I love it.
Sidelines. We're at Sidelines in Glen Burnie on Friday.
Oh,
that's
cool.
it.
Well, how was it? Yeah.
Saturday, is actually Chris's birthday. So.
All right, happy birthday, Chris.
Happy birthday, Chris. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Happy birthday, Chris Gardner.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, he's. I think he's turning the big 4-0.
Uh-oh. Watch out.
Yeah, we're gonna be hanging out at Mully's all day on Saturday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty neat little shindig.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, have you been practicing Mortal Kombat 11?
No.
Guess who I was playing online with last night?
Vinny?
Nope. No, none other than your boy Aaron.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He didn't tell me he got it.
Me and him we played for quite some time.
See, that's not fair.
Oh, man.
You just
Yeah,
outed
I'm going to
Aaron.
have some words with him.
He just outed Aaron. He probably wanted to keep it under the radar that he was even
Yeah,
playing.
he definitely didn't want me to find out because I come over here and kick his ass all day.
All right. Well, guess what? You got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, because I'm training them.
These guys have already been on it.
That's all right. You can't beat natural talent.
Now he's talking.
Oh, there's so much trash talking, man.
Look, when I was at Ollie's today, Justin said they got guys there waiting for this thing to go down. Like it's big time for like the crowd that comes through there. They're all about it, man. So it's gonna be a big thing. So y'all better bring your A game.
It's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for it, man.
Yeah. If you
Anyway, I got to get back
started-
into rehearsal now. I'm pretty sure that I've gone over my limit, so.
Well, you tell everybody we said hey and thanks for your time. And
But of course.
get to practice or else you're going to be a first round elimination. So
Right.
get to work, man.
Yeah, man.
I got it. I'm on top. I'm on it.
That's great, dude. Thanks for the tip on the meditation. I'm gonna look into that. See where it takes me. And tell the guys I said what's up, man. You've been great this week, and we look forward to you next week.
Yeah. We'll see you, buddy.
Hell yeah, man. Take it easy.
All right, man.
All right.
Peace. Bye.
Sean in 60 seconds. That's how long it's going to take him to lose in the Mortal Kombat tournament. 60 seconds. He's going to be gone. Eliminated.
Yeah, dude, it was cool. So, yeah, give everybody a little insight. So, Aaron's, me and him were playing, and what me and Aaron did was we played online, but we didn't play. We just practice played. So there was no round count. It was
Right.
an unlimited energy. We were just wailing on each other until we got down to a good pattern of playing. It was real. That's the best way to practice.
Yeah.
That's the Dan Harshall Mortal Kombat tip of the week.
Ooh. Oh.
Practice online with your buddy, but don't do matches. Just do unlimited battle and just see where it takes you. You can take turns. You know, you can wear his guy out trying different moves. you take a break, let him. You know what I mean? That's the best way to practice.
All right.
That's the pro tip.
He just gave some information to help you guys out if you want to succeed in this major tournament.
That's right. The Mortal Kombat Invitational.
Yeah. And that was Dan Harsh's Mortal Kombat Tip of the Week.
Right.
Brought to you by the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show.
That's right. Yeah.
Sponsors available.
That's right. Sponsors are available. Contact when ready. Cool. Hey, let's take a quick break. Then we'll come back. Then we'll get Teddi on the phone.
Great.
We're gonna play his poem, and then we'll see what else is up. We got to still do the 2 for Tuesday shout outs. We got Guitar of the Week.
Yep.
So we'll fit those into somewhere coming up. So
Absolutely.
So stay tuned. This is Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan.
Broadcasting from our 100 gigawatt radio internet thing that plugs into something else. It's WGUR, the Guitar Gurus.
We see each other through different eyes.
Oh yeah, we're back from break. The show's cranking along, and everything is going great in my world. How's everything in your world, Dan?
Couldn't be better right now. Could not be better.
Oh, it could be because of this. Oh yeah,
All right, it just got better.
That's right. We're popping ollies, man.
Isn't that a beautiful thing, man?
It is, man. Every time I pop an ollie, I always think of the good folks down at Ollie's Bar and Grill,
Oh, of course.
and get them taken care of every time we pop it.
Yeah.
So, our first featured guest tonight is a local guy called Teddi Custer. I was online and I saw him do this poem called The Bridge. And as soon as I listened to it, I said, I got to book him on the show. It was that good.
Yeah.
Because he's all around a good guy around here. He plays with a lot of different guys. He like sets in with a lot of different bands. So he's cool. He's like a hired hand, man, hired gun.
Right.
Got to come in and handle his business.
That's right.
So it's cool. So I'm going to play that poem real quick. Then we'll go see what happened. All right? What do you think?
I'm ready, man.
Cool. So let's see what I can do. Let's see if I get my technology going.
Yeah, I know you will.
So this is called The Bridge. Crossing over life's broken bridge, I try to get to the other side. Steps over broken planks, lessons I've learned. Some accomplishment until the next broken plank. A little more worn, the other side in sight. But the bridge shakes, broken planks fall, one step at a time. I am trying to cross, trying for solid planks, never forgetting the broken ones. Thank you.
Pretty cool, huh?
It's very cool, man.
Yes, I heard that poem and I was like, yeah, man, I'm getting Teddi on this show, man. So we talked to him about that and all his other music stuff. Because it goes way bigger than that. That was just one part of it.
Right.
One part of what he does.
I would love to have him elaborate on that.
Sure. Well,
for us.
We're going to have him on the horn on the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system. We'll get it cranking right now. All right?
Let's do it, man.
All
I'm
right,
ready.
let's
I'm
get 'em
ready.
on. Soothing tones then. You got it.
Soothing tones. Teddi Custer coming up here on the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show. We're going to dial him up on the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system.
Here we go. It's ringing. It's ringing. Come on, Teddi.
Chef's Barbershop Toupee.
Hey.
This is Teddi.
Hey, Teddi, it's Dan from the Guitar Gurus. You want to go on the air?
Hell yeah, my friend, definitely.
Awesome, dude. I got your mic hot. You're in the studio. I got Dan Albin here. He's my co-host. Dan Albin, say hi to Teddi.
Teddi, good evening to you. How are you, man?
I'm doing good, my man. I'm doing really good, fellas. Just chilling, man.
Great, man. We appreciate your time and coming on with us here this evening on this show.
Cool. Thank you, man. It's good to be on. Good to be on, definitely.
We definitely love the innovative phone answering. We always appreciate that.
I figured I'd put a little touch of something on there.
We get a kick out of that shit. I'll be honest with you.
I love it. It's so cool.
Nice.
I love how humans answer phones and use phones to communicate. It's the greatest technology in the world if you think about it.
Oh my gosh. It's definitely better than a smoke signal, Dan.
Yeah. Right. Or,
I live in St. Mary's, so we got the Amish country down here, so that's how we get it. How we communicate sometimes.
right.
As long as the house ain't burning down, we're good.
That's right.
Right. By lantern. Right. So Teddi, every time I bring someone on for the first time, I always let them in the beginning tell them about your back. Tell us about your background. You know what I'm saying. Bring us up to speed to what you do, who you are. That way, when we get to the other questions, we feel comfortable with you.
I got you, man. Ain't no problem.
Cool.
Well, just for starters, brother, I'm number 11 out of 12 siblings. I come from a big family, man, and just a lot of family, and we're all like literally just same brothers and sisters. Not same brothers and sisters, but same parents and everything else. Just a big family, a lot of music going on in the family. Two of my older brothers, like I said, I'm towards the end of the batch. But two of my older brothers were pretty much my biggest inspirations. Two of them actually played the drums growing up, and one of them still plays a little bit here and there, but not much, just with his children and everything else. But no, and they were my inspirations kind of growing up, and just watching my oldest brother Rocky. He's the oldest of my family. I mean, he was like a David Lee Roth looking dude on steroids. He was just kind of a buff dude and just one hell of a showman, and really much to be admired when I was a kid growing up. And I was like, man, I want to do that.
Wow.
So, and I've just been putting my time in. Just when I was younger, I'd lock myself into the room or into the garage when my old man would say, get out of the house with that loud stuff. So he put me out in the garage, and I'd go back out there in the middle of the summertime just beating the heck out of some drums and buckets and everything, whatever I can get my hands on.
Right.
And just growing up like that. And, thank God for my mom. Poor thing didn't have any earphones or earplugs back in the day. She just let me beat the hell out of the drums. And my dad would come home and tell me to turn that stuff off. And then one day, I can remember when I was probably maybe 15 years old. I'd been playing for a couple years by this time. And I could see myself or feel myself like not just making noise, but actually being able to play a little bit. So the old man comes home one day. I'm sitting in the kitchen talking to my mom, and he goes, Teddi? Well, he had a real deep... My dad was like a big grizzly bear. You'd never think I came from this big guy, but I'm a little skinny guy.
Right.
But I'm tall. So the old man comes home and goes, boy, he goes, your mom told me you've been getting pretty good on those damn drums. He goes, why don't you go play me a song? And I was like, I thought I saw a light shining out of the sky. I thought it was God talking to me. I was like, what are you talking about? So I said, I didn't even know what to play. I started shaking in my boots and everything else. So I went down there and tried to do my best, and I got done, and man, the old man just gave me a big old smile. He goes, yeah, he goes, I'm really proud of you, son. And I just, I'll never forget that for the rest of my life, fellas. And once again, I'm a lot older now, and like I said, man, I remember that like it was yesterday, and just was like a really, I don't know, just a heart-opening situation for me, I guess, man. Especially getting the approval from the old man. I mean, he never wanted to hear me play, not because I sucked real bad or anything, but just, I don't know. Like I said, he never wanted to hear it, but when he asked me that, it just, I don't know, it felt real good, and it stuck with me for my life.
That's awesome,
dude.
man.
Thank you for sharing that with us, man.
That's cool.
That resonates with all of us. I can understand that.
Oh man, that's cool. Thanks, guys.
Cool, man. Well, dude, I'm trying to pin you down, man. So how many different guys do you play with?
I'll tell you what, he's like a brother to me and just like one of my best friends. A guy named, I don't know if you guys ever heard of a guy named Billy Yeager?
Yep.
But he's just, I mean, I met Billy probably close to 4 years or so ago, and just we hit it off immediately, and among other musicians and stuff like that. But I mean, Billy just, we're just like, I ain't gonna say like Forrest and Jenny, but Billy's my bro at heart, man, and brothers from different mothers, if you will. But I love him to death, and as well as other musicians, and I'll get into that in a second. But I do a lot of stuff with Billy, and another friend of mine, Steve Roby, he plays the saxophone, I should say, and Steve is just a beast. Kenny G on fucking steroids. He is just a phenomenal, just two talented and really entertaining musicians, and it's a privilege for me to do what I do and to be able to perform with these guys on pretty much like an all-the-time basis. It's not like every week, but at least like one. And we don't get together and practice like a lot of other bands do. We practice when we're playing live, and it's just a lot of times it's just free-flowing and just having a great time with it, man. And that's what music is to me. Music is a feeling. It always has. And I never took lessons in my life, guys. I just had the want to do it, and just would, like I said, I'd go downstairs in my parents' basement or wherever the drums were, where I could set them up, even in a little stinking closet, and just go there and start beating up on them, and just one day started making noise, some good noise, I guess, some music eventually, and it just stuck with me. Whether I played with bands or other musicians in my past, I've just always had that passion, and it still drives. It's like a third arm to me, man. It's part of my life, and it's whether I'm in a band or not or playing with anybody else. When you walk in my house, I'll be honest with you fellas, when you walk in my house, I got my TV stand. It's a living room. I got my drums set up. I got my studio kind of area set up. My guitars. I started playing the guitar about a year or so ago, and I'm not going to get into that right now. I don't talk about that too much in public. But I'm just a full-on musician, and I love to do that. But I'm sorry, Dan, not to try to shy away from your question at hand. But Billy, Steve, a really good friend of mine. He's kind of like my little brother and has been for the past couple of years. A young guy named Sumner Hutchinson, who's phenomenal guitar player. Kind of reminds me like a cross between John Mayer and Frank Sinatra. The dude can wail on the guitar. He's just got like a crooner type voice, and just a very talented dude. Some of the other guys, Bradley Turner Band, those guys are just phenomenal musicians. I've had the pleasure to sit in with them quite a few times, and just even with just Brad by himself or with him and the rest of his band, and just super talented guys, great guys. Once again, brothers of mine too. Mike Damron, to name another one. He was on you guys' show not too long ago. I love Mike to death, man. He's become a really good friend of mine over the past couple of years, and actually met him a couple of years ago. Billy Yeager used to actually do this thing, or he still does it every other Wednesday at this place called the Rex in Leonardtown. And when I first started hanging out with Billy, he was doing every Wednesday at the Rex, and every Wednesday he would have sometimes he would have John Lusky come in there, and it'd be him and John playing, and I'd come up there and start beating on the cajon. And when I first got my congos a couple years ago, I just started bringing them. And I'd walk in there sometimes, and Billy would look at me and he goes, "You better rock the congos, boy. Get up here and get to work." So, and it just was, just like a man love, a musical, I found other guys who just have that same musical passion as I do, and would let me get up there, and just the next thing you know, over time just built a brotherhood, and just like I said, it's a pleasure, it's a privilege to be able to sit with these guys who are just caliber players, and just do what we do and just, play music and entertain people and just have a great time.
Right. Well, dude, so you're telling me the exclusive is you're learning to play guitar right now?
Yeah, I've been trying to I watch other people, but I thank God for, like we were talking about a few minutes ago, Dan, well, not necessarily the phone technology, but technology at hand with computers and the internet. Dude, I'm a little bit older, so I didn't have that when I was a kid, you know what I mean? So I had to sit behind a drum set and just beat the hell out until they started making sense. Now you can go on YouTube and any other types of social medias /YouTubes and anything else you can find on the internet. You can do guitar lessons. You don't have to go to a music shop. You can do it right here in your skivvies, right here in your living room, and learn how to play something. And so that's what I've been doing, just a little bit of YouTube in here and there, and just picking the guitar up and just playing. I mean, I have rhythm a little bit, but as far as just making my hand, just learning how to play the guitar, and that's something I've always wanted to do. I've had guitars in my life for years, and I'd look at them and I'd say, one day I'm going to play you. And I was like, okay, well, as a good friend of mine once told me a long time ago, he goes, Teddy, there's no time like the present. And that stuck with me too, man. So, and that's what I do, man. And I got them sitting right here. So instead, I don't watch a whole lot of TV movies with the kids sometimes, but I got instruments pretty much breathing down my throat. And so if I feel like it, I'll get on, beat the hell out of my drums. My neighbors are cool. I live in the county, and I'm stretched apart from my neighbors, thank God, because I needed to get a house somewhere away from people. I couldn't live in a condo or an apartment because I'd have been kicked out a long time ago because I like to make some noise.
Right.
And I'm not one of those butthole neighbors, but I'm a musician, and I love to play and everything else. So the place that I'm at is it's great because I've been here, for a couple of years now, and so I've woke up or just been having people over at 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Had to get on them things and play, and I'll play them, and no complaints yet, thank God. I ain't seen the cops in my house yet, so that's a good thing.
I love it, dude. That's awesome, man. So, do you refinish instruments, or what do you do in that world? Because I've seen some pictures in the past of some of your work. So, what do you do in there?
I do, Dan. I've been painting, planes, trains, and automobiles for years. When I worked for my father when I was probably 18, he owned a body shop up in Clinton, Maryland, and I worked for him for probably about 7 years, learning how to, just do body work and paint on cars, and then, and done miscellaneous things in that aspect for years. In the past 13 and a half years, I've been working at this place called Schoenbauer Furniture Service, which is right in Charlotte Hall, Maryland. And it's basically, we do antique furniture restorations, modern furniture restorations, marble repairs, just anything you can think of pretty much when it comes to we don't actually make brand new furniture. We restore it or refinish it, change colors and everything else. And with musical instruments, I've done that over the years, but just over the past, I guess, few years, I've been getting a lot of other people just hitting me up randomly as I start. And once again, thank God for social media. And just posting stuff here and there, and just next thing you know, they tell two friends, and then two friends tell two friends, and so on and so forth. And next thing you know, just people are hitting me up. I got a good friend of mine named Mike Bile, who actually used to work for Paul Reed Smith for close to 20 years, being his right-hand man, making guitars and everything else. Well, he works at a place in Charlotte Hall as well, and he's still making guitars. So I've done a couple of refinishing jobs for him. Actually, he makes them brand new, from fresh start to finish. So when he gets them all ready, he'll give them to me, and I'll finish them for him and do whatever he wants. And he sells them and does his magic like that. And I actually got I'm working on a drum set for the drummer. It's kind of hush-hush right now, but the drummer, Kenny Smith, or Q in other words, for No Green Jelly Beans. And I'm doing a complete transformation on that. It was a three-piece drum set that actually had the plastic covers on it. Right. And so he wanted to take the plastic covers off because all his other drum sets he's got two other drum sets too, and they have the plastic covers. He goes, Teddy, and he came in and saw my drum set one day. He goes, I love that, dude. I love the wood grain. He goes, if we can do that with one of my drums, that's what I want. So I'll tell you, dude, I've stripped guitars and with the polyurethanes and everything else. I've been a pain in the ding dong, dude. I ain't gonna lie, but ain't nothing hit me as far as as bad as these damn covers, man. I've been out there on an 80-degree day last week or the past 2 weeks with a heat gun trying to get these things off, and finally I got them off. And then once you get that, you got the sticky icky you got to get off. So it's been a process, but he's still debating on what colors he wants to do, but they're going to turn out really nice, man. I'm looking at them right now in my living room, just waiting for me. I'll hopefully sometime within the next week or two get to finish them for him so he can take them out and show them off and do what the jelly beans do. And I've done guitars for Wes Rice and No Green, Mo Owens from No Green, and just miscellaneous other musicians too. They'll hit me up, like I said, randomly. Hey, bro, we got something for you. Can you do this? Just get it to me, and I'll dial it up, man.
That's
So
awesome.
I've been doing that for a while. I've been doing it, like I said, as far as furniture and wood restorations for the past 13 and a half years. But I've been doing paint work for most of my life, fellas.
That's awesome, man.
Good for you, man.
I feel like I've known you for 20 years now, man.
Yeah, well, money never sleeps, guys. And I'll take it. Sign me up. I'll take 2 portions of that, please.
There you go.
Exactly, man. So, what? You know, you've been in the game a while. What's some of your frustrations? What would you fix?
I'll be honest with you. I mean, it's nothing. I was thinking about that the other day, actually, and I guess one thing that kind of, is, a little aggravating. I guess sometimes, sometimes the promoters will either double book and, because I've had people, they call me, a lot of these places, they want to get bands booked, a couple months in advance or even, throughout the summer. I got probably 6 or 7 shows lined up for Gilligan's. Art, the owner of Gilligan's over in Cobb Island area, great dude, man, really nice guy and stuff. Not Art in particular, not even Gilligan's in particular, but I'm saying so me, Billy, and Steve, we have shows lined up, once a month pretty much until October, maybe even twice a month up until October to do that. But other promoters, there's other people, other business owners, whatever else, they'll actually double book people for the same time. And then next thing you know, either Billy or actually Sumner called me up a couple weeks ago. Oh, dude, well, we were supposed to do this show, but such and such is playing there, blah, blah, blah. So it's basically, I don't know if it's just this maybe, once again, it's not Gilligan's. I was just saying Gilligan's because we got shows in that. But anyway, aside from Gilligan's, but a couple other places, just recently, it was just oh, by the way, sorry guys, but we already got this other band. I mean, it's hey, the money's not going to kill me. I'm not making a killing, guys. I'm doing it because I love it. Yes, the money helps, and the bar tabs, yeah, that's great too, because I like to drink a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just one of them things sometimes, I guess. And like I said, there's no one to blame. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's okay, do you sit there and get pissed about it? It's all right, well, screw it. Move on to the next case, Your Honor, and just carry on, man. And there's going to be something else coming up, maybe even something bigger and better. You learn from those people. If they get me twice, F you. See ya. I got other things going on.
Right, exactly. And I'm going to take that as an opportunity to transition into your poetry.
Okay.
Before we dialed you up, we played back and listened to your poem, The Bridge. And
oh, nice.
When and what happened was, Teddy, as I was going through Facebook, getting stuff prepared for the show, and on my timeline, your video of you doing that performance was right there, and I watched it, and I was like, wow, man, I definitely got to get Teddy on the show. Let me send the invite now.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
So, it's a very beautiful poem. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and we both would want you to elaborate on us with that poem and tell us what it's about, and this is your opportunity to talk about it. You put in all the hard work for it, so tell us about that poem.
No problem. I guess basically, Dan, the bridge it's just from going through things in life. You know what I mean? I've been down on the ground, bleeding out of my pores, and I've been up at the highest levels of at least. And it's only and I think to myself, it's only going to get better from here. I've been down. Not to say I can't get down before anybody can get down, but the thing is, okay, when I'm down and I'm at the lowest point, I guess, and I guess the metaphor for the bridge is okay, well, I can see the end and I can see the other side, and I see that this bridge is an old rickety bridge getting ready to fall apart, but it looks a little sturdy. So just like taking steps in life, I guess, for metaphorically speaking. So it's all right, well, I'm gonna take the first step. Okay, first I'm gonna put my toes on it. I ain't gonna put all my 160-pound little soaking wet little skinny ass on it yet, but I'm gonna touch it with my toes and see what it's like, and I'll put a little more weight onto it, just like going through things in life. All right, let me try this out. Then you step on it, then you go to another step. Okay, well, this one works too. So finally you go through a couple steps, and you step on one, you damn near fall through the damn thing. It's all right, well, I just got bit from something. You know what I mean? Just something in life, and all right, well, I'm going to cross over this. I'm going to get through it. I'm going to learn from this step to be a little bit more cautious on the next one. And once again, and just next thing you know, you're getting there. You're halfway there. It's okay, then you look back, wow, I'm already halfway there. And then, I've always seen the light in a darkened spot. And I've always known, even though it might have only been a spark of light, but seeing the other side of that bridge. Like, I want to get there, and I'm going to do my best to get there, and I'm going to try my hardest to do my best to achieve what I'm trying to get after. And so, like I said, the next thing you know, you keep crossing broken planks. You almost fall through a couple, but then you got the rope on the sides to hold you up, pull yourself up from whatever it is that may happen or hit you hard in life. And next thing you know, you cross the bridge, you're looking back, it's like, man, I made it. Where's the next bridge? I'm ready to cross another one.
I love it, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
Thank you, guys.
Now, that group that you're a part of, where that performance went down, tell us about that. What is that?
Which one are you talking about, Dan? I'm sorry.
Where the video where I got the bridge from on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
What group do you belong to, and do y'all get together every week? Is that every month? What's up with that?
What that actually is, I'm sorry, Dan, I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
No.
What that actually is, it's a thing, it's called Connections. And the College of Southern Maryland, the LaPlata campus, a friend of mine turned me on to that probably maybe 2 or 3 years or so ago, and they said it's almost like an open mic, but you just can't show up to this thing. You actually have to, they do submissions for the Connections. They do, one is in the fall and one is in the spring. But in order to make it, to get into their Connections book that they publish and everything else, once you get in there, you're basically, you're a published poet. People can submit pictures, you can submit poems, and or like short stories. And it's basically a writing program. You know what I mean? It's nothing you have to pay for. It's all absolutely free. But you can go, anybody. And I was kind of skeptical at first. I was like, do I have to be in college to do this? And my friend was telling me, no, you don't. So you can go on to connections.com for, I guess, LaPlata campus. I can't give you the exact address, email, or, you know what I mean, all the specifics. But basically, you can look up Connections online and the College of Southern Maryland. And you can find out when their submissions are due. So therefore, like for me, I write poetry and stuff like that. So I was able to submit 3 poems. So you submit 3 poems in a PDF file to the particular email address, and if they accept it, they'll email you back and say, hey, by the way, we accept one of your poems. This is the poem, or sometimes actually, I think one of the times, because I've had 2 of my poems published through them, and I think one of the times they actually let me pick which one of the 3 I wanted to have them published.
That's cool.
So I picked the one, and that, I think it was the bridge actually, Dan.
Wow.
And it was probably, they started doing it probably 2 months or 2.5 months before the fall session or the spring session. So I submitted them, they hit me back, and they said, all right, we're going to publish the bridge, and this is the actual date that they do the reading. Now, if you don't want to go up there and read it, if you don't even want to show up, you don't have to, but basically I do. I'm not afraid of that stuff at all. I'll get up and speak publicly to 1,000 people. Hey, I'm not scared, bro. Good. And especially to do it something of my own that I wrote. You know what I mean? That's just it's more special to me. So basically, they set up the date. I went there to the date. They got like little stacks of the Connections book that your poem or short stories published in. And you can get a couple copies of that. So knowing me, my hungry little self, I grabbed the healthy stack because I got a big family. I like to give my siblings a book.
Right.
I'm not trying to be greedy, but you know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's there for the taking. So, and they don't mind.
Right.
And then, so it usually lasts about an hour or so, and they'll ask before they even start, hey, do you want to read your poem and elaborate a little bit? I said, yeah, no problem. So they'll call my name, I'll go up to the podium, and if you saw the video, I guess, thing, but I'll explain it to the people on, I guess, the Facebook who's not really watching the video, obviously.
Right.
But get up on the poem, and, you know, I elaborated a little bit about, basically introduced myself, told them a little bit about me, not too much, quick little short story, quick little bio deal, elaborate a little bit on the poem, and then read the poem, and usually there's probably, I would say, maybe 70, 80 people that come there. Once again, people who submitted pictures or poems or short stories, and they'll get up there and read their stuff too. And it's just, you know, just a small group of people just doing what they love to do when it comes to that, whether you love music or whether you love to paint cars, whatever floats your boat. But that's one of the things, and it's just, it's really cool, man. You get to meet some nice people. I met a couple cool publishers, and just getting out there and doing your thing, whatever it may be.
That's awesome, man. Well, dude, I recognize the art in what you did in that poem, And that's what led me to contact you. So congratulations, man. You're doing something with it. It's cool.
I appreciate it, Dan. Thank you very much. Yeah, I got a composition book full of miscellaneous. I mean, I've just recently, probably in the past couple of months, started. I know it's kind of look like a third grade, scribble scrabble on it, but it's like, eventually I'm gonna up my game. The more I do it, because I started like posting some of my poems here and there. I don't try to jam anything that I post on Facebook. I mean, it's social media. I utilize it. But on the same breath, it's like, I'm not, nothing against anybody else. Please, hopefully, if anybody's checking this out or listening when it happens. But either way, like, I just don't, checked into Wendy's and got a hamburger. You know what I mean? It's just, and hey, do your thing. Whatever it is, whatever makes you happy. I don't care what it is. But it's like, I don't know, I post things about my life and things that mean a lot to me. And whether check-ins mean a lot to somebody else, hey, I'm happy for you. But especially when it comes to poetry, or even when I'm playing out at a show, or I'm doing a painting, a guitar, or drum set, I try to, I guess, stagger it. You know what I mean? But also too, it's my life. Love it or hate it. I mean, it's my life. You're friends with me on Facebook. Obviously, you like it. We're friends. So here it is.
Yeah, I mean.
So,
like it or hate it, if they want to do something different, they should just do something different. They should accept you for what you do. I mean.
Yeah.
Dude, everyone's got their own path and their own choices, and they all decide what they want to do. You're doing
Absolutely.
that, and you're doing that, and we'd love to hear that, man. You're just. If all right, I'm gonna say this the only way I know how. You just sound like you're so full of positive energy.
Oh man, I appreciate that. Well, I appreciate that a lot, man. I do. There's just too much negativity in the world, and like I said, it ain't beat down session on anybody by no means, man.
No.
People got, when I wake up every day, man, I do. I'm not gonna get into religion or anything like that. I do. I thank God for my life every day, my children, and everything that I have, and I'm a blessed man. Even though I don't have all the money in the world, but I'm rich in a lot of other things, and I get up and I tell myself, it's like, dude, no matter how bad I've ever thought my life was, or anything that I've ever been through in my entire life, there's somebody else who's just got it so much worse, who probably has even more of a positive attitude, and that's a drive. That's the fire in my soul, man. That's a drive. You know what I mean, to me. And it's like, all right, man, just wake up. And I've been down before. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna get into that part of this. I ain't gonna do all that now, fellas. But this is all in the upbeat. But no, I haven't. I'll be honest with you. Maybe it's because of that stuff that's inspired me to do the things that I do, and the drive. You know what I mean? Because sometimes people have to hit rock bottom to realize certain things. And a lot of I write all different types of poems, whether it be the happiest, and I'm not really the sad, but just things that I've been through. Some of them are metaphors of things just my life, or just my children, or whatever else. And just when I feel like right now, I'll be at work, and I'm listening to music all day long on my headphones for the most part. And so I'll hear a song. I don't copy anybody else's stuff. Anything I ever put up with, it's me. You know what I mean? But I get inspired. I get inspired from so different musicians, so different types of music, from Seal to Bruno Mars to Van Halen to Sunny Day Real Estate, Copeland. I mean, the list goes on. I'm not going to suck up the half hour just telling bands that are my favorites and very inspiring to me.
We get the point, man. That's a wide range. We get the point here, believe me.
Yeah. But music is a part of my life, whether I'm playing it or whether I'm listening to it. It's and just people too. I'm attracted to positive people, and if somebody I know is feeling down, or even some Facebook posts sometimes. You might see a friend, it's like, some people might post, hey, I'm not feeling too good today, and sometimes I'll just message somebody randomly. Even, I do have friends through Facebook, and I'll just a quick snippet, fellas. I do have friends on Facebook that people have friended me who I've never met before in my life, but they friended me, so it's like, okay, well, why not? But I'll scroll up and down before I even accept their friend things, because you can see some of their stuff, and I'll see maybe they're searching for something. Maybe they're having a rough time in life, whatever else. So I'll friend them or whatever else. If they look, seem kind of cool or whatever else, and just send them a random message like, hey, man, life gets better, man. Keep your chin up, or just something to try to brighten up somebody else's day, man.
Yeah, man.
I picked up on that with your energy, and I can tell the kind of person you are, and that's exactly how me and Dan are. It resonates with us. We love it. And that's the right way to be in life, man. It's
absolutely.
It's very human to just recognize what somebody else might be going through, and just take a moment and reach out to them and just say, hey, everything's going to be all right. If I can help you if you need me to just listen or whatever.
You're right.
You don't need my advice. You might not just need me to listen to what you have to say.
Yeah.
You know, and I can hear that vibe in you, man, and I love it. I love it.
Thanks, Dan. I guess like my mom used to always say, like my daddy always said. No, my mom used to always say, if you're talking, you're never listening.
Right.
That's right. Well, I got a fun little question, real quick.
Sure.
All right. So I walk in your house. What kind of gear you got, man? Give me your gear rundown.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I got my drums. I got a drum. So I got 2 different drum sets. My main drum set, I guess, is a Mapex Pro Series. It's a sexy like blue wood grain, dude. It's like a nice almost turquoise wood blue. All my stuff is pretty much blue. All my percussion stuff is.
All right.
But it's almost like a John Bonham-esque setup. You know what I mean? A little 5-piece type shot. And I got 2 little toms set up on the side, 2 little smaller 8 and 10 toms for the high pitch sound when I feel like getting a little go-go-y type deal going on.
Right.
And all my cymbals, I use the Zildjian A Customs, which I love the sound. They just give me a nice not necessarily a ring, but they just give me a nice full sound. And they, when I catch them, like to try to just shut them down and catch it with my hand, they stop. Some other cymbals just keep ringing a little bit, even when you catch them. But they're just great sounding cymbals. My percussion that I play out with a lot is I got the 2 Toka 8 and 10 inch or 10 inch and 11 inch Toka congas that just really sing. You know what I mean? I don't even mic them when I play a lot of these smaller shows. I mean, I hit them a little harder if I have to, but usually the people I play with, we're not going out with Marshall stacks. This ain't Slayer or nothing like that.
Right.
We're just doing like bar venues and smaller stuff.
Yeah, you don't need that anymore, man.
Right.
Yeah. And then I got a Pearl Cajon that actually I bought that and my congas right around the same time. And so my Pearl Cajon came with like a natural maple with like like a dark color on the stain for the front, like a mocha looking color.
Right.
And I was like, nah, I can't have that, man. I want some blue. So I took it to my work, sanded it all down, and then I put like a cobalt blue pearl over top, but it's got a little sleek look now, so it kind of goes a little bit with all my other stuff. And I got a foot pedal so I can kick my cajon, so I can free my hands up to play my congas, or like sometimes I'll shake the tambourine and play the congas too, and just I'm using everything but my left foot. I just need a foot tambourine for that, so I can use everything I got.
That'd be awesome, dude.
So I try to stay busy when I'm playing, man. And like I said, I love playing music and just try to make it sound fuller. I guess less is more. You know what I mean? If I can do this with less stuff. And that's me. If I got 4 limbs. I'm used to using all 4 when I'm playing my drums, but a lot of the times it's just my little percussion setup, and I go out there and just have a blast.
There you go, man.
All right, dude. Well, before we let you go, man, you've been great tonight. It's been an awesome interview. But we got one question left for you, and it's the show's signature question. We like to call it best gig, worst gig. You can answer in any order you want, but you got to answer both. What do you got for the gurus tonight?
I'll tell you what. As far as the worst gig, there was one particular show. I don't even want to say it's embarrassing because I laughed my ass off when it. But I'll tell you the story real quick. I'll pick the worst gig first. Even though it wasn't that bad, but here's the story.
All right.
Years ago, I was playing over in Calvert somewhere or whatever else. I was probably maybe 17 or 18 years old, and I had, a monster drum set, almost Alex Van Halen double bass, all the toms and everything else, but had a nice drum set, nice cymbals. But at the time, I had a little Mickey Mouse seat. And I was like, I think about that from time to time. I was like, why would I have all this nice stuff? And, a drummer sits on a seat the whole time. Why would everything else be nice and have a little third seat? But that's just what it was. But anyway, so it had little screws in it and stuff like that. So I'm sitting there and I was playing metal back in those days. So I'm sitting there and the band's starting off, they're getting into it, and I'm getting ready to start kicking some double bass, and I'm sitting there we start the song up, I'm kicking double bass probably maybe 30 seconds into the song. It's a smaller place, and it's probably packed with maybe, 150 people, about 100 people, I guess, give or take. And so we're sitting there, and I start getting it, I'm kicking the doubles, the next thing you know, one of the 3 legs, the screw and the nut fell out. And I just fell right to the ground. Oh. And these guys are still playing for like another 5-10 seconds. And then finally it was 4 other guys, they all 4 looked back at me. And I'm just sitting there, I was like, what can I do? Be embarrassed? And I'll start laughing my ass off. I was like, fuck it, man. I'm gonna fucking enjoy it. So anyway, so next thing you know, it became almost like a little comedy thing, and I just got up, put my, waved to everybody, said, sorry, intermission, give me a minute. Put the screw back in it, we finished the show, and that was it, man. So it was kind of like a funny worst.
That's great, man.
That's great, dude. $8,000 drum kit, $20 chair.
Held together by super glue.
$2 sheet metal screw.
Love it, dude. That's awesome. Cool.
Dude, that's great.
And I guess, once again, Phil, I guess to the best gig, I've played a lot of cool shows with a lot of great people, and I love the benefits. I've done a couple benefits too, and it's been for great causes where people get money for the thing. And played, I've done it for free. It's not a matter of the money for me, but if I can give back, I feel like the little drummer boy. You know what I mean? I ain't got nothing to give. I just got music. You know what I mean? But yeah, we can raise money for a good cause for cancer and this and that. But once again, I've done some shows like that. Really enjoyed a lot of shows, a lot of great people, but. One thing that I guess at the time, for the past couple of years, it's usually around maybe the end of September, and I've done this with my buddies, Billy Yeager, Steve Roby, and at the time, Dane Roby was with us too. Steve and Dane aren't brothers; we're just good friends. And anyway, we were the musicians playing for this thing, but it was called Witches Night Out, and they do it over in Waldorf, Maryland. And basically, what the Witches Night Out thing is, it's basically, and it's only ticket sales. Like, you got to get the tickets, and there's no real advertisement. I think they only advertise it through like Facebook, but it's only women. And for me at the time, as a single man, you know what I mean? They're selling like over 300 tickets, and and they have like drunken hay rides. They have a couple wine vendors, and I think last year they actually sold beer for the first time because this is like maybe their fourth annual one, and I played 2 of them.
Right.
And it's wild, dude. It's because I've never played it. I mean, I played with men and women all around, you know what I mean, wherever, but it's just a pretty wild experience, and it's just funny, when we start playing, we're having a good time, the women are having a good time, but I'm not sure if they entertain me more than I entertain them. You know what I mean? While watching this, because as the night progresses on, the more they start dancing, the more they start getting loose, and it's just fun. I mean, it's a good time. It's a fun time.
I got you,
and
man.
It's just funny to watch them get all half tanked, coming off the drunken hayride and barely making it off the wagon.
I love it.
I want to be there so bad.
Well, maybe you can help me be a roadie with me next time, Dan. I'll liaise with the band.
Hit me up, man. I'll be there. I'll do whatever you want.
Well, man.
I love it, dude. Well, Teddy, man, that's fantastic, man. You came on, you told your story tonight, and you got your point across, and I think people are really going to listen back and go, wow, man, what a great guy.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you guys so much for having me on, man. This was a lot of fun. It's nice to once again finally meet you guys. Well, talk with you guys and stuff. Maybe hopefully sometime in the near future, if you see some posts or whatever if I'm playing, or if not, maybe we're out and about, probably catch a beer somewhere and really get to talk about some other stuff.
Yeah, man. We'll cross paths and sit down and have a couple beers together and just shoot the shit, so to speak, and just talk music and story, which we like to do in person, really, a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
And man, you've been great, dude. We can't thank you enough. You're when people found out you were coming on this show, actually, we got a lot of activity out of that, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, great.
You've got an awesome support system behind you, and a lot of people shared and a lot of people commented. I mean, there's a lot of people who really take a lot of pride and interest in what you do, man. So good for you for what you do.
Yep.
I appreciate them too, man. Like I said, man, you never know who you're going to meet along the way. And like I said, over the past probably 4 years or so, I've met a lot of great people, and it's been a great ride. And the ride ain't over yet. It's just beginning, man.
Hell
and
yeah,
I'm gonna take it.
That's right.
Yeah. We can't wait to catch up with you, Teddy. Thank you so much for your time. If there's anything we can do for you or anything you want us to do for you, just hit us up, brother. Thank you.
Guys, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You guys have a good one, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, Teddy, from the Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus, we say thank you and good night.
Take care, fellas.
All right, bye. There's Teddy, man.
Wow, man.
What an awesome dude,
He's
man.
a great dude, man. I totally just want to find out where he's at and just go hang out with him for
Right.
a little while. Just to, be formal, face to face, and just
Yep.
have a couple drinks, talk music, and,
Yeah. I forgot that's the other part Dane Roby. I know Dane Roby too. That's what the other connection to Teddi was. When we were talking through text when I was setting him up to come on the show. It's cool. I like it, man.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man.
Really good dude. So hey, let's transition into that. That was great. I'm feeling fantastic. And you know why, man? You know why I'm feeling fantastic?
I can only imagine.
Take a guess.
It's because your belly has been satisfied.
That is correct.
By
Spoon's Barbecue in LaPlata,
right.
Maryland.
That's the one.
Dude, we went pulled pork sandwich with some shrimp fried rice. So we both went with the sandwiches. We were charming out, enjoying the shrimp. It was beautiful tonight, man.
Oh, man. I had some green beans on the side. Had some of them nice cucumbers.
Oh, you love the cucumbers?
I love those cucumbers.
You do, man.
If that was the whole meal, I'd just tear that up.
I know. You would.
I probably should. I'd benefit from it for about a good year of that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying.
That's right, man.
Captain Fat Ass over here.
But
so, we had the mac and cheese on the side. There was some kimchi. The pulled pork was perfect. Absolutely perfect.
It was, man. It was fantastic.
Oh,
they hooked it up tonight, man.
Yeah.
I love calling it in, man. I talk to my guy every week. I'm like, hey, man, with the show, we got this. This is what the menu is tonight. He's like, yeah, man, I got that. Oh, yeah, you should try this. You should try,
Right.
Got a good rapport with that guy, man. So shout out to him, man. And
yeah, those guys work hard, and I love popping in there and getting the goods.
That's right. You do.
Yeah, they love me over there. I love them too. So we're happy about that. So thank you to Spoon's Barbecue LaPlata. Get out there. Trivia night on Wednesdays, karaoke Friday, Sunday all day happy hour.
That's correct, man.
That's the one.
That's one. So thank you, Spoons. We'll see you next week again. The food was fantastic, and for all the listeners, please go check them out, man. And tell them the Guru sent you.
Yeah.
You get a special deal if you say that. So they'll know what to do.
Yeah, you know what to do.
Yeah, so it's awesome. So Spoons, we love you, man. Thanks for the meal, and that's fantastic, man. So I think we should take a quick break, get reset up, come back, do Guitar of the Week, 2 for Tuesday shout out, then we'll talk to Scott Schuler, 81 run. What do you think?
That is great.
Perfect, man. Well, we'll do it. Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show. If you're lucky, you'll see these two on a tandem bicycle riding down 925.
We see each other through different eyes.
And we're back from break. The show's cranking. It's episode 25, or as we call it, the Case Quarter.
Ooh, the Case Quarter. If you don't know, you don't know.
That's right, but I got 2 letters for you. PG.
That's right.
And that's where we'll leave it. But this is episode 25, the Case Quarter.
Yeah.
So, hey, man, it's time for the 2 for Tuesday shout-outs by Mr. Dan Albin.
Look out, man. Look out.
Are you ready, man?
I'm
Are you going to get it
always ready.
primed? Because I'm going to do this real quick while I get to listen to you do it. What do you think, man? I'm going to get this cranking real quick.
You do that.
Ooh,
You
yeah.
sit back and enjoy that.
Yeah, pop that ollie for you.
And I'm going to pop one at the end after I'm all...
Ooh, a celebration. I got you.
Yeah, man.
All right, well, do your thing.
All right. Hey, Guru family. It is time for the 2 for Tuesday shout-outs. Brought to you by Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show. We love you. We thank you for the likes and the shares. And here is your chance to be called out for it. So, here we go. We've got J.C. Moore, Trev Barnes, Steven Stewart, Rick Coral, Sean Kirkpatrick, Jay Shade, Brent Robbins, David Higgins, James Dill, Rob Cord, Dwayne Hendricks, Trish Galliano, Vinny Barbarino, Brandon Markham, Donna Sue Roberts, Vicky Shivda.
Yeah, man.
Did
That
I
was
miss
cool.
anyone? If I did, I'm sorry.
But you got to like and share.
You gotta like and share. These are the folks that followed the rules.
That's right, man. That was a good list.
That's a great list.
Good list this week. Good
So
deal.
thank you all. We appreciate it from Dan and Dan. We really appreciate the support.
That's right. So, we got one more little bit of business to attend to. Then we'll get Scott Schuler of the 81 run on the Ollie's Bar and Ground soon. On the bar.
On the what?
Whoa!
On the what?
Dude, it's getting late in the show and I've popped too many.
Oh, boy.
All right, but we'll get Scott Schuler of the 81 run on the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system in just a moment. But before that, I got to get to the Island Music Guitar of the Week segment.
Much better.
Yeah, all right. I got it together, man. I'm dying out here tonight. I've had so much fun, man, listening to all this content tonight. And popping ollies, man, listening and just it's catching up to me, man. So bear with me. There is a couple words on this page that do scare me real quick.
Yeah, I won't stare at you in the face, okay?
Right. I even turned down the lights a little lower to get the mood set.
It's true. He did.
I'm setting up like I'm selling guitars to the masses for everybody. I got to get in the mood. But this week's Island Music Guitar of the Week is a Breedlove Discovery Series Concert CE acoustic guitar, man. So it's an acoustic electric guitar, acoustic electric. It's cool. It's got Fishman preamp system, and it's a Breedlove instrument. I got to tell you, man, I love Breedlove guitars. Everybody's got to go check them out. The Concert is the body shape. That's what they call their body shape, the Concert. So when you look at the body of the guitar, that's what they call their Concert body shape. The Discovery is the series of guitars. That's the series. So it's Discovery series with the Concert body shape. Because that Concert shape you'll see in other lines of their guitars. So that's like one of their more common shapes. But it's a really great shape because it's comfortable. Really comfortable shape. Alright, so Breedlove's distinctively crafted sound in the ultra popular Concert body shape. The Discovery Concert CE Mahogany is ready for amplification and is outfitted for ease of playability with a cutaway. That's that cutaway at the top. Whether you're just learning or rekindling your passion for the instrument, or you're an experienced player in need of an affordable instrument that will inspire you, the Breedlove Concert CE is a great choice. All right. So this guitar is available in two ways: a bursted mahogany or Sitka spruce. We got the bursted mahogany version.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's cool because it always has a thicker tone. I like the mahogany. Okay, so we know it's mahogany neck wood. It's a Sitka spruce top, okay, with the burst finish, with the mahogany back and sides. It's got a natural gloss finish, 20 frets. It's got a 25.5-inch scale length, a 4-inch sound hole, a chrome closed gear tuner. That's how the tuners are, so the gears aren't exposed in the back. Some I don't know why some have them exposed, because over time they get gunked up.
Yeah.
So these are closed back tuners. The body depth is only 3 3/4 inches, so it's not a really deep acoustic. So that's what gives it the comfort to me.
Okay.
And playing with it, the tones were great. It sounded awesome. Stayed in tune. It's a phenomenal instrument. And I know this from my days in MI. When Breedlove gets their instruments in from overseas, they inspect them in the States before they ship them to dealers. So they got a really great quality control process. So you don't have to be scared of the made in China. That doesn't matter anymore. They go over them and make sure they're right. That's just where they're made now.
Right.
We heard Ken talk about that from Reverend about how everybody's going to China now for their factories. So they're stepping it up. So don't let that scare you. And at this price point, it's awesome. I can't implore people just to go there and try it out. It's a different brand of acoustic. A lot of people aren't familiar with them around these parts because they're a West Coast brand.
Right.
Because their factory's out in Bend, Oregon, where they do all their U.S. stuff. And I've actually been out there. It's a really cool place. Really cool place, and they got a bunch of cool wood there, man. It's like crazy wood there, man. It's everywhere. Their wood storage is insane. It's cool, and it's all got a story. It's all got these documents and stuff attached to them. It's cool. Like, it's a big deal in that world, like with all the documentation of where stuff comes from. It's cool, but back on track. This is a great guitar, man. It's an affordable guitar. If you're entry level, student model, you know, this is a step above a student model, but still at that student model price range. So I highly suggest it for a lot of people. And, you know, and then a lot of the pro guys, you know, they're not going to take the real high dollar instruments to a lot of venues. They're always looking for these workhorse guitars, and that's what this is. It's a workhorse.
Right.
It looks great, it plays great, and it's a pretty awesome value. So, I mean, that's what I got to say about that thing, man. I mean, it's a great guitar. I love Breedlove. Everybody go to Island Music, say you want to see the guitar of the week, you want to see the Breedlove. It's a Discovery series. And you got to check it out, man. Plug it into an amp.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's real cool.
Does it have an EQ built in? Or?
It's got the phase and all that stuff right there, and a tuner built in.
Oh, nice.
I mean, it's all right there, man. I took a nice shot of it. So when you go through the pictures, you'll see it's all right there.
Okay.
It's nice, man. Like I said, man, every time when these come in and I research them and I see the pricing, I go, wow. I mean, it's a real great value.
You wonder how they can do that, you know?
I mean, shipping it across the world, I mean, still.
They still have to make it and do all that other.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool, man. Check it out. I mean, everybody's got different needs, but this is a real cool guitar. Real fun play. I mean,
sweet.
Check it out. Go to Island Music and say, hey, I want the guitar of the week. Let me check it out. Dan said it was awesome.
Yeah, right,
and they'll be like, yeah, come on, follow me.
I want the guitar of the week. Yeah, from which week?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah.
I want to try them all.
I want to try them all now. Well, sir, we sold them all. Well, which one do you have? I don't know. So go there, ask them. They'll hook you up and get it going. But it's cool, man. Awesome guitar this week. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It brought me back to 2015 when I was MI and I was a Breedlove dealer.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
It's a good brand.
Oh, I love the brand. They're great brands. They're out of the Pacific Northwest, Bend, Oregon. Check them out. They got some amazing U.S. instruments, U.S.-made stuff. I've met some of the craftsmen there when I was on my tour. Fantastic people. Fantastic people.
Sweet.
They're good people. So check them out. Breedlove Guitars. All right in my book. It's cool.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, man? You saw the pictures?
I saw the pictures. I didn't get to play the guitar. I never get to play the guitar of the week. But the pictures were beautiful. I mean, that thing looked amazing. It kind of made me feel like, wow, I might be able to take a guitar like this and do like a one-man acoustic show for an hour.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I love your vision.
Yeah, I've got vision. I don't have a good sense of reality. But it was very, very attractive. And I could only imagine how the playability was just by looking at it. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of input to throw in on this because I don't get to put those guitars in my hand. But if you tell me that it's good, I trust you on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do.
It's good, man.
Because you tell me if it wasn't.
Right, exactly. I tell you real quick.
You'd be like, that thing's bullshit.
Right, right. But not this one. It's awesome.
Good.
Perfect. Well, dude, without further ado, let's get the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system cranking. And let's get Scott Schuler of the 81 Run on the phone, man.
No, that's a great idea, man.
Well, cool.
Let's pull the top of the cake dish off that red hot phone, man. Like the bat phone, you know? Because you know it's going to be right there.
You
ready
know
to
that.
go.
Oh, there it is, dude.
Oh.
It's ringing. It's cranking. We're getting Scott now.
Hello?
Hey, Scott, it's Dan from the Guitar Gurus. You want to go on the air?
Hey, yes, sir.
Awesome, dude. I got your mic hot. We're in the studio. I got my co-host Dan Albin here. Dan Albin, say hi to Scott of the 81 Run.
Hey, Scott, good evening to you. How are you, man?
I'm all right, buddy. How you doing?
Good, man. We want to say thank you, and we appreciate your time spending it with us here for a while and doing this.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Thanks for having me on. It's excited to talk about some stuff here.
All right.
Well, perfect, dude. Well, how it works here in my world is first time you're on, first time caller. I'd like you to give your background to the audience real quick, to my listeners, so when we get to the other questions, they can all connect dots back to how you are, man. So without further ado, man, give us the quick, brief background of you.
Yeah, man. My name's Scott Schuler. I started playing guitar in high school, and from then just decided to start gigging and start playing with local cover bands and stuff, and wanted to take it a little more seriously. So I just started exploring other avenues and started getting hooked up with people and playing more seriously, traveling, and trying to make things happen, and it just going from there.
Right. Well, when did the 81 run form? When did y'all get together and decide to do this?
81 formed about it was just the end of last year, actually New Year's Eve, and I had joined shortly after that in February, so I've been playing with them since February.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, and who else have you played with around here? Do we know anybody else that you've played with?
I played with Philip Parsons for a little while, for about a year.
Oh, okay.
Played Legal Action cover band, around Southern Maryland. That's about it, though. That probably sums up all the acts around here.
Okay, so I got you. All right, so where are you performing at with the 81 run? What's your schedule looking like for the next couple weeks?
Yeah, well, we got we're playing in North Carolina next Friday on May 17th, Whiskey Sours. That'll be first time in North Carolina for the band and myself also. Solomon's Tiki Bar is after that on Saturday, May 18th, from 4 to 6. That'll be a lot of fun. That's right down the street from me, and that's gonna be a pretty big event. Pretty sure a lot of big acts are playing there. And we got Union Jacks on the 25th, and for Dylan Turner, I'm sure you guys know Dylan Turner. He's the drummer for 81 Run, and does all the booking and works harder than most of the people I know.
Right.
And we're having a birthday bash for him at Union Jacks on the 25th, and that'll be a lot of fun. We have playing Delaware beginning of June at Grain H2O on the 1st. So that's kind of the next few weeks we got lined up.
Well, good. That's a nice little schedule, man.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Absolutely.
So, dude, hey, so let me ask you this, man. So what's your favorite brand of the guitar?
Favorite brand? I don't know if I have a favorite brand. I know PRS is, they're probably making the most quality across the board. I have a Gibson. I play Gibson now, mostly. I have my PRS in my backup, but I love the Gibson sound. There's the Gibson Les Paul, nothing really sounds like them. I don't know. I've seen you run Fenders a lot. Do you not?
Yeah, I'm a Fender guy at heart. I just recently acquired a PRS, so I'm coming around to that line of guitars now. I like Gibsons. I just don't like the Gibson prices. So I did that.
Neither did I. But it was hard to pass up. The finish struck me. My eyes were a little bigger than my wallet, but it's like I said, nothing really sounds like the Gibsons, man. The humbuckers.
Right. You know, it really geeked me out at one point, man. I've really logically thought about this. I was like, I could either buy one Les Paul Standard or legitimately buy one of every Epiphone model they have of all the different Gibson body styles and have a complete collection that way.
Yeah.
No, trust me. If I could do it over again, I would have for sure just saved them. Bought two really nice guitars for the price of one. But like I said, I think my eyes were just a little too big on that one. But I love it. I can't get rid of it now.
Right. Hey, man, you got it now. That's what I say.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but yep. That's what I run right now, guitar wise.
That's cool. What about amps, man? What are you kind of amp guy? What do you do with that?
Yeah, I play through a Pro Junior, the 15 watt, 10-inch speaker. It's tiny, but it works, man. I'm probably looking to getting into something a little bigger, just a little bit more headroom. But yeah, that's what I run right now, the 15 watt, 10-inch Pro Junior, and that's. I like the Fenders. I mean, I've liked the Fender amps. They're pretty classic, and Gibson into a Fender is a pretty universal sound. But yeah, I'm probably looking into the Blues Juniors or something just a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
maybe
that's the kind of style. I might even do a Marshall. I don't even know. I might completely flip it up.
Get yourself a nice VVT amp, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, for the best bang for your buck, I got the new DSL 20 head, and I run it into two 2x12 cabinets. And what's cool about that is I can get the full stack sound in my room, but when I go gigging, I only have to take one of them with me. So that's another thing to think about too. And you can really get you can step your tone level up just another notch when you don't have a combo, when you have a head like that. That would be my only thing.
Yeah, I feel like I need something with a little bit more headroom, just because I'm kind of topping out, I think. But yeah, it's I was actually looking at the bass breaker, the Fender bass breakers, but that's not really. I guess that's kind of the more heavier version of that cleaner sound. But yeah, that's definitely what I've been trying to get into. I didn't really know much about any of it. Probably 4 years ago, 4 years ago, I started getting into pedal-driven tube amps. I would just run basically right into a tube head without any pedals and kind of just use the two channels, but it was not really. I was quite ignorant when I was younger, but catch on to things sooner.
Well, what do you use for an overdrive right now?
Right now, Black Star LT Dual is what I use to overdrive. I run a Keeley 4-knob compressor into a DoD clean boost, and then that goes into the drive.
Oh wow, that's cool.
That's kind of where the drive tone comes from, and then I just kind of boost it with an equalizer pedal, just a mid boost, and then a lead clean boost, the JHS Prestige, which is awesome. I love the car. I was about to get another Prestige just to put at the beginning of my channel to clean up the whole sound, but yeah, that's pretty. Oh, I just got a memory toy. Actually, I was running completely dry, and just got a delay pedal. So that's cool new news.
That's awesome, dude. My approach or my attack on my pedal board is I have a Boss CS2 compressor, and I've run that into my overdrive and then to my modulation.
Oh yeah. I got the memory. My compressor stays on all the time. It really shapes everything. That thing, I don't know what I do. That's probably my desert island pedal. That's like,
yep.
That's the one pedal that just stays on, and the delay now. But those two pedals stay on all day, and the drive. I just roll back on the tone for cleaner. That's where I should probably get another. I need another clean boost. I don't have enough already.
Right. So what do you do for power? Do you have the power supplies, all the isolated power supplies, so you don't get the signal interference?
Yeah. Voodoo Labs, the Voodoo Labs 2 pedal. Was it Pedal Power Plus 2? I think.
Right, and that whole system. You do that.
Yeah,
system.
that's great. That's worked out great. Pedal board Nova 18. It's a more square one. I don't know why I went for that, but yeah, man. Like I said, I was running a pretty dry signal until probably about a month ago. I got that delay pedal, and it's changed my life.
I love it, dude, when you get a piece of gear that you really just fall in love with, that rekindles the passion of music, that gets you excited, it gets the blood going.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing like it, man. I mean, it's pretty cool when the ideas start flooding in from it. You know, that's the special moment.
Oh yeah. Sure.
So you've been in this game for a while, and the frustrations that come along with it. If there was one thing you could change or one thing you could do, make it happen or do different, what would it be, man?
I'm not sure. I mean, I probably, I guess personally, I would probably try to do more studio stuff. I would probably take a different approach myself in the music, because I think there's a lot of avenues in the, the overall industry that, I probably haven't explored. And I think, like I said, more studio work and stuff behind the scenes that I would be interested in. Just from understanding, how stuff works, you want to try different things, because God knows traveling, playing a lot of shows every year, it can get tiring sometimes. I know some guys do it way hardcore, and I couldn't imagine. But that's probably what I would have changed for me personally.
I got you. That's cool. So the 81 run, I take it it's y'all named the band that's kind of after Interstate 81.
Right. It's what connects Tennessee to this East Coast, and Dylan Turner, who founded the band, he was driving that back and forth so much, and it just was a big part of what was happening, that it really just made sense.
That's cool. That's why I brought it up. I wanted to get total clarification, because I thought it was brilliant. And with that being said, man, you're on the road a lot traveling with these guys. What's your number one fast food restaurant go-to when on the road?
I can't wait for this.
Well, you got to go with Wawa. I mean, Wawa is, especially on the East Coast, and we do play in Delaware a lot, where you got, I guess, Royal Farms are pretty big there. So those kind of truck stop areas are where I think the van stops the most.
All right, best restrooms?
Restrooms.
Yeah, that's code of the road. I'm gonna give you a pro tip if you don't know already, but
this
you
was
you
not
answer
scripted at all.
At restrooms, the one that's closest probably.
Yeah, that's
is
a
the
good
best
answer.
one.
All right, here's a pro tip from a guy that's on the road majority of the day doing sales. If you can go to a hotel, the lobby bathrooms are fantastic, because no one that stays at the hotel uses them. They go to their room. Just saying.
Wow. And those are open to the public. That's interesting.
No, just walking there like you got business being there, and they don't know.
Yeah.
And
Right,
that's the code of the road. So when you're pulling out of the exit ramp and you see a Sheridan or a Wawa and you got to go number 2, you go to the Sheridan first, then you go to Wawa to get fueled up.
Oh, wow. Well, you got it all figured out, man.
Yeah, that's the code of the road.
Yeah, go to the road.
Pro
Brought to you
tip.
by Dan Harsha.
That's a pro tip.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you got to pee, go to Wawa.
Yeah. Don't waste your time. But dude, I've seen some of them bathrooms. I'd rather just go in the woods.
Yeah, I run that 81 stretch every summer twice, and from here to Bristol, and I'll drive as far as I can without stopping for the most part. And there's Abingdon's not a bad place to stop in. You can get some good stuff down there, but for the most part, I'm just getting it as much as I can. I try not to pull off 81 unless I have to.
Right.
It's a dangerous road, man. Those tractor trailers do about 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, I mean, when the speed limit's 70.
They're killing it.
Oh yeah. Man. Time is money.
Big place to be.
Time is money. Well, dude, Scott, you've been fantastic tonight, man. This is cool. Look forward to having you on again in the future. But before we let you get out of here tonight, man, we got one more question for you, and it's the show's signature question. We call it best gig, worst gig. You can answer in any order you want, but you got to answer both. What do you got for the gurus tonight?
Okay, well, I guess start with the worst gig.
Sure.
and I don't know if it's necessarily the worst gig. The gig was great. The playing, the actual stage time was great, but the events surrounding were a little hectic. And this is a story. We were going to play Cowboy Coast probably a year ago. This was a different outfit, and the van actually broke down on 50, right in the middle, and just dead. So
Oh, wow.
cars are going by, and we get out and eventually get a tow to separate the trailer. And actually, somebody that was passing recognized some members of the band and picked our trailer up and took us with it.
Yeah.
Took us to Cowboy Coast.
That's
Dropped the
awesome.
trailer off, and we were able to get the van towed to a place, and played the gig. And then I ended up actually tripping and falling and busting my ankle open. So it was twice the size it was, and then all night we spent getting the van back from it being fixed at the shop, and didn't get home till 8:00 a.m. So it was a long day. It was one of those days, but the playing was great. But it was just that day was long. So I guess that would probably be the worst gig, I guess.
I got you. Hey, it's your story, man. I get it, man. So what do you got for best gig? I'm excited for this one.
Well, best gig for me would have to be playing at the Fillmore, because that's the biggest venue I've ever played, and it was very cool. It was when me and Dylan played with Philip, and we played. We opened for Chris Jansen. It was a big venue for me personally. I never played something like that, so it was really exciting, and that's probably got to be the best one.
Well, so the crowd there was high energy. You got into it. You were excited. It was a real good time.
Oh yeah, it was great. I mean, it was kind of went by pretty quick, but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Gotcha, man.
Great, man.
That's real cool. Well, dude, man, like I said, you've been awesome tonight, man. We appreciate your time. As the calendar year progresses, I'll be reaching out to you again and getting you to come back on, and we'll talk more 81 run. Tell the other guys I'll be reaching out to them too, getting them set up to come on if they want to come on, and we'll see what we can do.
Cool. Sounds good, man. Thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, dude, from the Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus, man. We say good night and thanks, man. We'll talk soon.
All right, sounds good, guys.
All right, buddy.
All right, have a
See
good
you.
one. All right, good interview from Scott there, man.
Yeah, and he was all about the business tonight, man. He's like, this
Yeah.
is what's happening, this is what's going on. And
Yeah, exactly.
I dig it, man. And it was cool to finally get clarification on the name of the band.
Well,
I dig
kinda
it, man.
have a feeling.
I had the feeling, but let's hear it. You know what I mean? Before we assume, let's get it clarified.
Yeah, we don't assume anything here.
But that's a pretty cool name. I mean, I'm surprised no one else has done it yet. That's the other part about that.
It's a great name. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, it's catchy. You don't hear it all the time.
Right.
So I dig it, man. So I have to reach out to Dylan, man, talk to him and see what's up.
Yeah, we could do we haven't done this in a long time, but get another full band night in here or something.
Something, man. As soon as my road gets finally fixed, we'll do something cool like that, man. It's been too embarrassing. So.
No, I understand that.
So we'll get that happening soon, man. But wow, what a show, man!
Great show, man. Episode 25 is just doesn't disappoint.
The case quarter is
The
closed.
case quarter. For anybody who's still listening, it's 2 dimes and a nickel, but you don't know that. We have to explain that, then you don't know.
Case quarter.
Yeah, you know. Who's
Yeah.
from BG here?
Yeah, exactly.
We are. That's who.
Right, case quarter. So, dude,
Let's recap this mother.
yeah, let's go through. So, in the beginning of the show, we had Higgy on. He came on and boom.
Nailed it.
The music this coming weekend is phenomenal, man. It's too much.
Good luck deciding how you spend your time.
It's too
Because
much.
no matter what you choose, you're going to be in good shape.
Pretty much. It's yeah, so the music's insane. He delivered that message. He reported on the news of the week. A lot going on there.
Yeah.
The sports section, he's expanding that a little bit with us.
Yep.
So we'll get more involved with that. He's tweaking his part every week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's
It's
cool.
evolving. Yeah.
So appreciate Higgy for Higgy on the beat.
Always.
Then we had Sean Kirkpatrick on for Sean in 60 Seconds. But we went down his rabbit hole this week, and wow.
Yeah, we did.
We were meditating. I was zoned out, and I was like, I snapped out of it. I was like, all right, dude, we got to switch subjects. I was like, boom.
Whoa.
He was like, whoa.
Mind blown.
Right. That's like, I had to snap out of it, man.
And he actually, for once, for the first time in the history of his segment, he told us, all right, guys, I got to go.
Yeah. I'll dig it.
It's kind of an inside joke, like, dude, is he done yet?
Right.
60 seconds, my ass.
That's why I love that segment.
Yeah,
man.
we do too, man. We all get along.
It's like open line Thursday on Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, man. So, Sean, we love you, man. It's cool. And then our featured guest this week, we had Teddi Custer on, man. And before we had Teddi on, we played his poem, The Bridge, that he performed at Connections.
That was beautiful.
It was cool, man. That sold me. I was like, I got to get him on, man. And it was cool. So we played that, talked to him, and he was high energy, real positive.
Wow.
I mean, dude, that's a guy you should, if anybody's looking for getting a full-time drummer, man, you'd be a fool to pass up on him. You should be calling him, connecting with him on Facebook right now, going, hey, man, I need your help. Because he's a phenomenal musician. That I do know.
Yeah, and, you know, I don't mean to dog drummers, but I've done that a few times over the years. This guy is cool as hell.
Yeah, he's the second coolest drummer I know.
Sorry, I'm just kidding.
The first coolest drummer I know is Brent.
Well, hold on. Let's not jump to conclusions here.
Yeah, but Brent's a good dude to me. Never done me wrong. So.
No, he's a good dude, man. And when you listen back to this and you hear all the story he talks and everything he's got to say, that is a guy that you could really, really be inspired to play along with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm thinking about contacting him.
I already messaged him while we were doing the show. Like, we need to hook up.
Nice.
Just to hang out and talk, man.
Right, man.
So, great interview with Teddi, man.
Yeah, man. Really a lot of information there. And if you're into poetry, listen to that part about the Connections program where he submitted his poem.
Right.
And you can get involved with them. I mean, that's pretty cool, man. You don't even have to go to college. They just want people to participate. That's half the problem with all these local programs. There's not a lot of people that are willing to take that step to even see what it's about. They're like scared. Right. Just go and do something different.
Yeah,
Try something.
You hear what he says? Like, okay, what's this going to cost, or what's the racket behind it, or it's like nothing.
It seems like they're just trying to get people that are just trying to do poetry and just.
They actually just want creative people to be able to showcase their creativity.
Right, and they're not going to try to underhand you on anything like that.
Isn't that a shame, man? Everybody already suspects off the break that there's something going on. They're suspicious. It shouldn't be that way.
Nope.
For what he was doing, it wasn't that way.
No. No, that was beautiful. The bridge.
It was, man.
To listen back, man, that's the good stuff, man. So, Teddi, man, thanks again, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Cool, and then we finished up the show with Scott Schuler of the 81 Run. It was a cool little interview with him.
It's great.
Yeah, look forward to getting him back on and other members in that band.
Yep.
We'll see how their career goes. But they seem like they got a good start.
They got a great start. They've only been doing this for a little while, and he's only been there since February, and they've already got like a full
gamut of shows. Yeah,
gambit. I mean, like you said, it's Dylan that's booking all, doing just making sure they're working constantly.
Hey,
so
good
job, man.
Yeah, gotta love it, man. That's awesome.
You're doing what you love. You're playing constantly. You're working. You're hard, grinding. Keep it up.
Yeah, and then all the calls were through the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system.
That's right.
It cranked all night. We didn't drop anything tonight. It just rolled through it, man. It was real cool.
Drops. We weren't Josh Doxson. We didn't drop nothing.
Exactly.
You see what I did there?
That's right. Case quarter. That's right.
Brought it around. Full circle.
Right. We had the Spoons pre-show meal. 2 barbecue sandwiches, the shrimp fried rice, and all that deliciousness.
The pre-show meal is so amazing.
Right. And then the beer by Ollie's. Every time we pop, it's popping an Ollie.
Also amazing.
Also amazing. So thank those guys. Everybody go there, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I mean, get over there.
Yeah.
You got to support Spoons. You got to support Ollie. Support all the local venues and businesses. Just do it, man. And you guys are doing a fantastic job of that. I see the community has stepped up to a level that just blows me away, man.
So this would be my ideal Guru Saturday if I was a listener.
Oh, boy.
This is what I would do. I'd wake up, go to Island Music, check out the Guitar of the Week in the afternoon, see what it's all about.
Yeah.
Strum it in there, check it out, and if everything worked out, I'd probably take it home. But on my way home, I'd stop at Spoons, get a meal, check it out, think about things, enjoy the sandwiches like we did.
Well, yeah.
Go home, check out the Guitar of the Week at your own house, jam out for an hour or two, till your fingers hurt. New guitar day, right? And then that night, go down to Ollie's, check out a band, get a drink.
Yeah.
They're there. And then that way you can support the show all in one day and one time.
That's right.
And that would mean the world to us. And if you ever do that, man, just, take pictures and hashtag Guru Nation as you're doing it, man. That'd be cool.
Yeah, and you might even be able to say that we sent you, and maybe you get a couple dollars off. I don't know if that's true or not. But
here we go. And
it's worth a shot.
Here's the teaser. If someone does the trifecta, goes to Island, checks out the Guitar of the Week, seriously gets it, goes to Spoons, takes another picture, then hits up Ollie's, we'll call you and you can have a 5-minute spot on the show.
Whoa, look at that. Are you serious?
Yeah, why not?
That's
man.
awesome, man.
You got to document
You got to document your day, though.
Yeah, hey, man, 3 pictures. A picture at Island, hashtag Guru Nation. A picture at Spoons, hashtag Guru Nation. Or, post it on Facebook, tag us, do whatever. Make sure we see it.
That is amazing.
And if you do those 3 things, you get a 5-minute call on the next show. We'll dial you up on the Ollie's Bar and Grill Soundstage phone system.
That is awesome, man. Fans, this is your chance.
Get on the show. And that way you don't have to worry about a band because we're not calling you to promote your music. We're calling you because you did the contest. And then you could give shout-outs to anybody you want to give shout-outs to. We could talk about video games. We could talk about anything.
Anything you want.
Yeah.
You hit the Preakness. You hit the Derby. You hit the... What's the other one?
The Belmont.
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah, right. It's late.
You hit them all, man.
Yeah, so there it is. If you do that, man, or that is it. You got to put the picture on Facebook or Instagram. Make sure we see it. Tag us in it. Facebook's real easy to do. Instagram's real easy to do. At the Guitar Gurus. Can't get easier than that.
Wow.
So
that's an amazing idea, man. I love it.
So let's see what happens, and let's see who's listening this late. So.
Yeah, because we're not going to really push it.
Oh, you know what? I will.
Separately?
Yeah,
or
maybe
you want
we'll
to see who listens?
We'll see. They're always listening because we're here.
I think it's a great thing, man.
Yeah, we'll see who can do it, man.
I love it.
That's the tease. And if we get 3 or 4 people that week to do it, I'll have 3 or 4 people on. We'll block them all out.
Yeah.
So we'll do a block.
Yes. And by chance, I'm going to up the ante.
Oh, yeah. What?
By chance, if you're trying the trifecta, just by chance, and I'm at one of those 3 stops, and you see me and take a picture, we'll add another 5 minutes to your time.
Yeah, there it is, man. So you never know.
So you can get 5 minutes, or you can get 10 if you get lucky, and I'm there at one of those stops. You never know where I'm going to be.
I dig it.
This is great. Dan Harsha, this is a brilliant idea, man.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
On the cuff, man. It just came to me.
Fuck yeah, I love that. That's what I love about it, man.
That's the best ideas, man.
I dropped my first F-bomb of the night.
Yeah, man. You did good, man. We made it an hour and 58 minutes, and you finally dropped it. Good deal, man. You got it. Well, you hear the song in the background.
I'm getting better.
You hear the song in the background.
I do.
Beautiful
And-
Wayne Johnson.
And Wayne sent us a message earlier in the show
Yeah.
that just said, "Get it, boys."
I love it, dude.
And we love Wayne, and so we have to make sure
Yep, Wayne.
we show the appreciation. Wayne, you are a badass, man.
Yep. And then on the front side of it, Speedy White. Thank you, buddy.
Yes, thanks.
And
Speedy.
I will be highlighting the background music again on the episode guides.
All right, great.
So I got away from that. I'm going back to it. So this show, dude, it was fantastic this week. We're running down final minute here.
Yep.
All I want to say is that 25 episodes in, dude, I couldn't think of doing it with anybody else but you, dude.
Dude, me too, man. Dude, when we first conceived this last year, we were sitting around. It was actually, I think it was maybe at my house where we were like, let's just do this. Let's see what happens.
Right. And here we are, dude. 25 episodes later.
Unbelievable, man.
That's exactly right, dude.
Congrats, buddy.
Yeah, man. I love it, dude. Congrats to you, dude. It's Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan. We'll see you guys next week, man. This is awesome.
Good night.
Peace.